Okay, so looking at cross collar choke, we're going to start from close guard. So I did teach this way back in the club when I wasn't as good a coach, and I'm showing too much stuff because you need to be looking at, first thing is connection, okay? The connection that I have with my wrists to Matthew's neck, and then what I'm doing with my arms, and then what I'm doing with my legs, and then what I'm doing with my head. And sometimes when you're thinking about the cross-collar choke and you're trying to work all these different parts of your body, you can forget about the main thing, which is connection. Let's talk a little bit about how the cross choke's normally taught. So I'll be opening up the lapel, putting in that first grip. Second one's coming under or over. In this case, we're coming under. And then from this position, you just get people muscling the choke, okay? And they're gonna, and maybe they're quite loose to the gi here, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try and choke him out here, and he's starting to grimace. And I'm putting about 80-90% of my grip into this. Fight, don't let me. Use your hands, bro. Use your hands. Defend. Come on. You can work harder than that. He tucks his chin, and we end up here. And maybe after about a minute, my arms are tight, my grip is frigged. And I didn't get the cross collar choke, and then I tried to make another grip and I've no grip. So it's all about connection, okay? So my right hand is just coming into the collar like this. That's a 4-fingered inside grip, and all I'm going to be doing is just turn this way, bro. I'm just going to put the back of my hand against Matthew's jugular there. Now, if you think about where the carotid arteries are, some people, they focus too much on going way back here, right? His carotid arteries aren't behind his ear, they're actually on either side of his throat. If you think about where you take your pulse, and it doesn't take that much pressure to choke someone out. If you think about when they're taking blood, they just put an elastic around your arm to bust those blood vessels, and then you're cutting off the blood supply. So we just need to be pushing here, not with excessive force, so I don't really need to be using 80% of my grip. So it's about precision, okay, not how much grip strength I can put into this. So I want the back of my hand here so I can slide this. So again, this is an easy grip. I just find this collar and shove my hand in here till where my thumb is roughly beside his ear. But the main thing is I have connection, so I'm just putting the back of my hand against his jugular here. The second one's coming underneath, and I'm going to do the same. I want my thumb on the other side. And for the sake of the drill, we're not going to use our arms or our legs or our head positioning. All I'm going to do is just curl my wrist like this. That's all I'm doing. It's just connection. So again, hand comes in. Too many people, they get this and they're in, and there's too much slack in the lapel. I want to be thinking about putting my two hands in, and then I bring the backs of my hands as if I'm trying to touch them together. To finish the choke, I just curl my wrists. Right, now you would be engaging your arms as well, but for the sake of this drill, we're going to straighten our arms, okay? And then from there, we're just going to use wrist curling to finish the choke. And if you can choke someone out with just using the curl of the wrists, how much better it's going to be when you engage the other parts of your body. So first of all, my right hand has come in. It's connected here, and again, this will always be an easy grip because I could be like, playing, collar and sleeve guard or something and pull him into close guard. From Matthew's perspective, this is just a grip. It's not really a choke, but I'm halfway into the cross choke from there. I've got connection. I'm here. That open hand is in, okay, and then I close my fist. Second one comes under, back of the hand again. And again, it's beside his ear. Just turn this way, bro. I just started eye facing the camera. Perfect. Second one comes in. One more there. And now from this position, all I'm doing is curling my wrists to finish the choke. I'm using 20 to 30% of my energy to finish this choke. Okay? Another problem with the cross choke is when you're using, 80%, okay? And you're just going to burn out your hands, your grips. You don't need to be using 80% to finish the cross choke. 20 to 30%, that means I can keep this on all day, And really when you choke someone out, There's not a quick way of doing it. In other words, if I go 100 miles an hour on Matthew to choke him out, right, I can still accomplish the same goal by using 20 to 30%. I'm not going to choke him out any quicker by choking him harder. And it takes, if I'm fully connected and I'm on his jugular, you're talking between 3 and 5 seconds to get the choke. But in reality, when we make that first grip, because it should only be a grip, and he shouldn't be fighting this too much. When I make the second grip, and he's tucking his chin, it will never be as deep, if that makes sense. So now when I start curling my wrists, use your hands, bro, use your hands. Now when I start curling my wrists, it's going to take a little while longer, somewhere between the line of 10 to 15 seconds, because I just don't have the same connection with my left hand. If you notice, Matthew's face is already starting to turn colour. I'm only using 20 to 30%. I can stay here for a long, long time. The biggest mistake people make from here is they let it go. They think it's not on and then they let it go. And the minute I let it go, all the blood is flowing back into his head again. So I'm just going nice and constant. Matthew has got his chin tucked slightly, but I'm still on the jugulars here. And now, I finished it. And I haven't even blasted my grip at all. I could have done that for another few minutes. And that's the detail on the cross-collar choke. We do not want to be using too much grip strength. When I make that first connection, it's all about back of my hand against that first jugular. We'll talk about angles in another vid. This second one comes in, and now in a perfect scenario, there's the choke on. In an imperfect scenario, he'll be fighting, tucking that chin. Okay, and now I just haven't got this one as deep, but I'm still there, the curl of the wrist is on, and I'm just doing that. That's effortless. Okay, and then eventually it's on, So doing small things is a good thing, but we want to be thinking about just making a connection on those carotid arteries.